The story of Kimberly Chambers is emblematic of a broader cultural and personal narrative, one in which the boundaries between erotic entertainment, mainstream recognition, and personal reinvention are constantly negotiated. Born on January 11, 1974, Chambers rose to prominence in the 1990s as a prolific performer in the film industry. Over the course of a 15-year career, she acted in over 200 films, directed several, and ultimately became a recognizable name within a controversial yet undeniably influential industry. Yet, her story did not end with her retirement from cinema. Instead, she embarked on a journey of personal transformation, becoming a professional fitness competitor, media personality, and health and wellness advocate. The entertainment industry occupies a contentious space in the cultural landscape of the United States and beyond. While often marginalized in public discourse, it remains an integral part of modern media consumption and reflects ongoing social tensions related to sexuality, gender roles, and economic agency. The life trajectories of performers like Kimberly Chambers offer valuable insight into the lived realities of those within the industry, the societal stigmas they face, and their efforts to redefine themselves outside the confines of erotic. Chambers' transition from film to mainstream fitness and advice columns also reflects broader cultural trends surrounding body politics, sexual autonomy, and media reinvention. This video argues that Kimberly Chambers' life and career reflect a multifaceted narrative of agency, reinvention, and cultural negotiation that challenges simplistic portrayals of performers and reveals broader themes of identity transformation, resilience, and societal perception. Kimberly Chambers' entry into the film industry in 1993, at the age of 19, occurred at a time when media was experiencing a significant shift in distribution models, moving increasingly from physical media to digital platforms. This period saw an explosion in production and a greater demand for new talent, creating opportunities as well as challenges for aspiring performers. Chambers, taking her stage name in homage to Marilyn Chambers, herself a boundary-breaking figure in cinema, entered this environment with both strategic foresight and personal ambition. Over the course of her career, she acted in over 200 films and directed at least 4, asserting a degree of control over her narrative and professional identity that many of her contemporaries did not achieve. Her career trajectory demonstrates not only prolific output but also a capacity to adapt to the shifting contours of the entertainment business. The decision to direct films, particularly in a male-dominated industry, reflects a deliberate move toward creative agency. Moreover, her use of public appearances, including a 2002 infomercial for the male enhancement product Extends, alongside her then-husband Scott Stiles and icon Ron Jeremy, illustrates her capacity to leverage her persona beyond the confines of traditional cinema. Importantly, Chambers' work in the industry was not confined to performance alone. She also participated in the production and marketing sides of the business. This broader involvement challenges the reductive stereotype of the passive performer and instead paints a portrait of a woman actively engaged in managing her career. Her retirement in 2008 marked the end of one chapter but also the beginning of a significant reinvention, revealing an ongoing commitment to redefining her identity in the face of societal expectations. After retiring from film in 2008, Kimberly Chambers embarked on a second act that showcased both resilience and reinvention. In an era when many former performers struggle with reintegration into mainstream careers due to persistent stigma, Chambers successfully transitioned into the world of competitive fitness, personal health advocacy, and media presence. As a professional figure competitor, she cultivated a new public persona centered on strength, discipline, and empowerment. This move not only demonstrated her physical capabilities but also allowed her to challenge lingering misconceptions about performers as lacking ambition or self-respect. Her post-retirement media work further supports this redefinition. Chambers wrote columns for publications like Marie Claire, American Curves, and Muscle Mayhem, providing advice on sex, health, and fitness. These writings allowed her to bring first-hand experience to issues often sensationalized or misunderstood in mainstream discourse. In so doing, she reclaimed her voice and redirected public attention toward themes of well-being and personal development. Her DVD release, Kimflex, Behind the Scenes, which blended erotic performance with fitness, represents a continuation of her efforts to blur the lines between sensuality and strength, while maintaining a commercially viable brand. Additionally, Chambers' hosting of the Ask a Porn Star segment on KBPI's The Uncle Nasty Show in Denver, Colorado, speaks to her comfort in engaging with the public and navigating questions about her past with candor and humor. Rather than retreating from her industry background, she integrated it into a broader conversation about sex positivity and education. This willingness to engage directly with a potentially judgmental audience reinforces the central thesis of this video: that Chambers exemplifies a complex, empowered, and continually evolving identity. Critics might argue that the transition from film to mainstream media or fitness does not fully erase the stigma associated with sex work. Some segments of society continue to view former performers as morally compromised or inherently unfit for roles in public education or health advocacy. From this perspective, Chambers' success may be seen not as a transformation, but as a superficial rebranding that fails to address deeper issues of societal discomfort with sexuality and gender roles. However, such critiques often rely on outdated assumptions that overlook the agency of the individuals involved. The notion that a person cannot move beyond their past or contribute meaningfully to public discourse ignores the multifaceted nature of human identity and growth. Chambers' sustained success in competitive fitness, publication, and public speaking directly contradicts the claim that her past diminishes her credibility. Moreover, her unapologetic engagement with her film history, rather than disowning it, signals an important shift in how former performers can assert control over their narratives. In contemporary culture, where media representation and body autonomy are increasingly subjects of critical discourse, Kimberly Chambers' journey stands as an instructive case study in resilience and redefinition. Her ability to bridge multiple domains, sexuality, health, performance, and education, demonstrates that identity is not static but negotiated over time, shaped by both individual agency and cultural evolution. Kimberly Chambers' life story encapsulates a profound journey of professional success, personal reinvention, and cultural negotiation. Her early career in the film industry displayed a level of agency and ambition that defied prevailing stereotypes, while her transition into fitness and media work illustrated an enduring commitment to self-betterment and public engagement. Despite the enduring stigma attached to performers, Chambers has leveraged her platform to promote health, sexual education, and self-confidence in ways that challenge societal taboos. As argued throughout this video, Kimberly Chambers exemplifies a multifaceted narrative of identity transformation that disrupts simplistic portrayals of performers. Her evolution from erotic actress to respected figure competitor and media advisor reflects not only personal resilience but also broader cultural shifts surrounding sexuality, professionalism, and female empowerment. In a society that often demands static identities and punishes those who defy convention, Kimberly Chambers stands as a compelling example of how individuals can transcend boundaries, reshape public perceptions, and reclaim control over their life stories. Her journey encourages a more nuanced and empathetic understanding of those who inhabit contested cultural spaces, and invites us to reconsider our assumptions about legitimacy, transformation, and human complexity. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.